Hello folks, welcome back to the another repair shop series. Today we're going to show you how to replace a broken stud like this one. So the Nexcell lithium blade, the connector itself is made of copper composite. As you can see, it's copper inside. So the advantage of that is it's a very good conductor. Therefore, it can lower the internal resistor and make the battery much more efficient. The downside is it's copper, right? So it's softer than the stainless steel, which is what has been used in the stock battery blade. The torque spec for this is around 2 pound-feet of torque. We have a new version coming out, could withstand up to 5 pound-feet of torque, but still, once in a while, the user is not paying attention and just over torque it and broke it. So in this case, I'm going to show you the step-by-step procedure to replace it. So stay tuned. And these are the tools required to perform the surgery. From the left side, we have the plastic plier. You're gonna need a bus cutter. You're gonna need a needle nose plier and a small flathead screwdriver, a small size Phillips driver, and an 11mm wrench, a zip tie about 1 foot, or in metric it is about 30 centimeter. And then you're gonna need an 80-watt big soldering iron with a big tip. The small one, the 40-60 watt, is not gonna cut it, so definitely has to be 80 watt. Unless you're gonna need some replacement part from me or from our distributor around the world. There are two sides of the connector and they are different, so make sure you connect with us to find out which side you need, and we'll send it to you. Okay, first thing you need to do is turn on the soldering iron. It's gonna take like 10 minutes to warm up, fully warm up the entire soldering iron. So while it's getting heat up, next thing to do is take a look at the blade. So that's a broken stud that we need to replace. And let's take out the screw. There are total 4 screws on the side. Okay. And now I want you to use a box cutter. They are sealed around it to prevent the breaking off from all the vibrations. So they are sealed that need to be a little bit cutting off. So carefully, you don't want to cut too deep, right? So you might want to measure it. This is probably how deep you're gonna cut it. So just take a look at me. I slowly put it in there and see this is how deep I go in there, and slide it through all the way from one side to another. See, that's very shallow cut. Here we go on the other side. Just run across it, and that's it. That's all you need. You might be able to run a couple times. Just make sure it's 100% free. All right, let's run it twice. So that's definitely loose already. Now you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver, a small size flathead screwdriver. And just, this is the end of the connector, right? This is the place I saved to actually pry in there and slowly peel up the cover. See, you still have some gluing on there, but since you cut it already, it's much easier to take it out. And here we go. That's the battery, the inside of the battery. And what you need to do is to take out the tapes over here. See this side, right? So this side is easier. You need to take out all the tape that cover it. Don't remove it completely. Just take it out and stick it on the side. Like so. Okay. Now we have to.
I don't know that.
Yeah, shut up, Alexa. All right, so now you have to take out the bolt over here because we want to take out this copper cable. That's where the 11 millimeter came in place. All right, now it's about 6 to 7 minutes. I guess this is hot enough. The soldering iron is hot enough. Yeah, it's very hot right now, so we should be good to go. Let's try it with the wire here. Let's see if we can desolder it. And yep, it works. That means hot enough. And now this side is easier because this has the heat shrink, so you can actually put your finger on it, but not for too long. All right, so just run across it on the one side of the connector, and see it's melting. And here we go, it's out. And now you can actually pull this out, and that's it. That's the thing that we need to replace. All right, so simply put another one on in the reverse order. Make sure the wire are out of the way. And melt it. You want to saturate the entire thing. See, it's like liquid right now, and that's it. It's getting hot. Ooh. Ooh, it's getting really hot. That's where you need a small needle nose plier. Let me do it again. I want to make sure 100% secure. Let's do it again. Here we go. Much better without burning my finger. All right. And last thing to do, put a connector back on. This is for the balance circuit. And the surgery is done on this side. All right. Now put the tape back on. The reverse order. Run across it. Make sure it's secure. On the other side, put in the bolt. And tie it up. 2 pound-feet of torque, remember? That's it. All right. You might need to work on the tape a little bit, make sure it's secure before you put the cover back on. All right. Needs a little piece of the tape. This is actually securing one of the wire, but it's okay. This is just a demo. All right. And reverse solder and put the screw back on one by one. And here we go. It's about 7 to 8 minutes, actually 10 minutes in total. Nice and secure. Job well done. Next, I'm going to show you how to replace the connector on the other side, which is more difficult, which requires pulling out the battery cell. So let's do it after the break. Okay, welcome back. So now we replace the easy side one. And the other side is a little bit more difficult because it's smaller and it requires you to take out the cell, one of the cell, in order to replace this. But the procedure is pretty much the similar, so let's do it. All right, same thing. Take out all the screw. And just to make sure, just slowly cut through it. One side and another, it's all loose, good. Flathead screwdriver. Here we go. I open. Now let's take a look at this side. Same procedure, you have to take out the tape. I want to reuse the tape, so carefully pry it. All right. Put the tape on the side, you're gonna need it here. And more cable to clear. Tape it on the side. And now we completely expose this cell, the last cell over here, or the first cell. So that's good enough. Put the tape on the side, stick it to the sidewall. Manage the cable a little bit, clear the way so you can actually do some soldering. And okay, I didn't turn off my soldering iron, so it's still hot. Okay. All right. Let's take out the black cable first. Good. And now you need the needle nose plier and angle it a way that you can actually take it out. Okay. Here you go. I don't want to use my hand to touch that. I don't want my finger to be burned. Here we go. One side up. Okay, get it out of the way. Now the other side. Here we go. Now it's up. Okay, same thing. Lift it up out of the way. So now see what happened here is that this is actually stuck in there. This connector is stuck in there. Therefore you have to take out the cell in order to squeeze out this connector here. Okay, and to do that, where the zip tie come in place. The zip tie you have to bend into a U shape like this. Once you've done that, just poke it from one side. Here we go. Look at that. Next thing is to actually take it out like a basket. You can actually take it out slowly, but there's some glue in there. You need to be careful. Let me take a look. See over here, those white glue. You have to get it loose first. So carefully use the plastic plier and see, stick into it. Now it's separate. Do you see that? It's separate just a little bit. That's all you need to do. Don't bend the cell or anything. All right. Now here we go. And that's the cell out of it. And take your 11mm. That's it. Now you want to replace with a new one. Since this one is not actually broken, so let me just put it back on. Secure it. And put the battery back on. And remember, this side has a glue, so go in against the wall. Make sure nothing's on the way. Nothing in the way, and push back in. And take out the handy dandy zip tie. Okay. Now, reverse order. Has to make sure nothing touch, nothing. Okay. Nothing short. Okay. Then put in the one side of the connector. Okay, and don't use your finger, but a needle nose plier. To melt the solder. See, liquefied it. Nice and saturated. Here we go. That's good. Good solid weld. Move on to the other side. You want to be careful, don't short anything, okay? So that's turning around. Do the same thing again. Let it liquefy. Saturate. Not just from the surface, but also from the bottom. Okay, and last thing to do, put the black cable back on. Just turn it around again. Here we go. And that's it. Now we have replaced the both side. And need to carefully pull the tape back on. use your plastic plier to do some cable management. Apologize, I have a camera on my face, so I can't do it very carefully. But for you, take your time and manage the cable. So make sure nothing touching any metal. You don't want the cable to be cut. These are for the balance board. It's very important. So keep it away from all the metal. And this piece over here, put it back on. Okay, double check everything. Again, 2 pound-feet of torque. Essentially, very tight hand tightening. That's it. And now you have it. And that's it. Job well done. I hope this helped you with your future job. If you have any question, feel free to email us at support@nextpowerenergy.com. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Cheers.